Hello everyone, this is Jessie, and welcome to my third PowerPoint of 5 on the Twilight Saga. Today we'll be looking at the third movie, which is my personal favorite movie, the Twilight Saga Eclipse. Ugh, isn't that just beautiful? Don't you just want to say that all day? The Twilight Saga Eclipse, 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 eclipse. That's just delicious. Anyway, this is my favorite movie of the franchise, so expect this PowerPoint to be a little bit longer than the rest. And this is just going to be a good one, so buckle your seatbelts, folks. We're taking the Jeep out for a ride. Oh my god. Okay. You know the deal. We're going to start off with our table of contents, which of course starts with our character analysis. Then after that, we will go over some interesting points that I've noticed in the films after God knows how many times I've seen them. And then end with the overall film rating. This is just like the other ones, folks. Nothing new. Nothing new. Alrighty. So let's just get right into this. Let's start with the character analysis on Miss Bella Swan herself. Alrighty, so I'm really proud of Bella in this film because I feel like she's starting to stick up for herself a little bit more. You know, she's telling Jacob to his face, like, no, I don't think of you like that. Like, I get it, you're in love with me, but I just don't think of you like that. Like, I'm in love with Edward. What's not clicking? You know? So I'm proud of her for that. However, I still think that she is tolerating a little bit too much. Like, she's putting up with bullcrap that she does not be needing to put up with. Because at the end of the day, spoiler alert, she's still friends with Jacob at the end of the film. And that's disgusting to me. You might recall from my previous PowerPoints that I don't have very positive feelings on Mr. Jacob, so I just think Bella, regardless of how average she is, I do think that she could surround herself with better people. And that is because of Jacob. So yeah, she's also rude to Alice in like one of the first scenes of the movie when they're in the cafeteria. Like, ugh. Miss Ma'am, Miss Girly, Miss Kristen Stewart, Miss Isabella Swan. If we're going to be rude to anybody out here, it best not be Alice. This is not something I can tolerate. This is not good for me and my well-being. I can't take it. Listen, sweetie, I'm all for the gag. I'm all for the goop. If you want to be sassy, pick who you direct that at wiser, because you're making bad choices. But let's not forget that she does in fact punch Jacob in the face, which is probably the most iconic thing that I could think of off the top of my head. Like, anybody that punches Jacob Black, I'm living for. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think I'm gonna have to stan Bella for that. Oh my goodness. I can't believe those words left my mouth, but it's true. You go, Bella. I would do anything to punch Jacob in the face. It's well worth breaking my hand. I would love to pay to punch Jacob in the face. I would pay to punch Jacob in the face. So you go, girl. Making moves. Doing what all us girlies want to do at home. She's standing for us. And I love that. I'm going to give Bella a 6 out of 10. Still definitely not my favorite character. Not even freaking close. But she did punch Jacob. And I love that. So yeah, 6 out of 10 for Miss Bella. Next, moving on to Edward Cullen. Edward, I hate to say it, but I like him in this movie. I like Edward. My feelings for Edward are positive, and it's not just because of the way he looks. No, no, no. It's because of his character. All right? Strange, I know, but hear me out. He sticks up for Bella throughout the entire film, which means that the bar is on the floor. Him literally just sticking up for Bella. And I'm here supporting him. Like, are you kidding me? The bar is beneath ground. It is buried 6 feet under the bar. Yes, it is. Disgraceful. However, he sticks up for Bella when he's having the little kiki in the tent with Jacob, and Jacob is like, you're stealing my girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. Bella loves me and she just won't admit it. He's like, you know what? If Bella wants to leave me and be with you, that's fine. I just want what's best for Bella. I just want Bella to be happy. And that right there, that's king energy. That's king energy at its finest. That is king energy definition. So yeah, Edward, Eddie, Ed, you have my heart in this movie. I'd give you a kiss if I was in Forks. If I was in Forks and I went to high school with you, you'd be getting a kiss from me. And not just on the tip of your nose, not just on your forehead. Smooch on the lips, sir. And that's that on that. Also, in this movie, he kind of just minds his business, which is not a common theme in these films. Oh no, everybody's involved with everybody's drama. And it's just like, okay, listen, I'm a Libra. I love drama. I love gossip. But sometimes these movies take it a little too far. I'll be the first to admit it. It's hard to get through sometimes, but I live for it. I love it. That's why I'm making these PowerPoints. Anyway, he minds his business. He just does what he has to do. He's out here saving Bella, saving the world, being an icon, being a star we love. This is also, like, obvious that he has had so much character growth since New Moon, because you might recall that I was so mad at Edward in New Moon. I didn't understand his thought process at all. I think he was being a major dummy. Ground control to major dummy. That's what Edward was. So yeah, major character growth. So proud of him. He's starting to become less of a one-dimensional character, and I live. Anyway, Edward will be getting an 8 out of 10. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. We're giving him a 9 out of 10. Because I'm just so proud of him for giving us something. For doing the bare minimum. I am proud of him. So yeah. Kisses for Edward. Everybody say, hi, Edward. Mwah. Okay, moving on. I was dreading this. I was dreading having to come to Jacob Black. I hate Jacob. That's how I feel about Jacob. I want to gag. I want to throw up. Anyway, he can't let Bella decide her own fate to save his life. Bella keeps saying over and over again, Jacob, I don't feel that way about you. I get it. You have a crush on me. I get it. I'm the main character of these stories. But he can't take no for an answer. That is so toxic. Jacob scares me. If I knew somebody like Jacob in real life, listen, I wouldn't let it slide. I'd punch him in the face, hands down. I get all my girlies out here and ruin his life. That's a little harsh, but I don't care. I hate Jacob. Anyway, he kisses Bella without her consent. That is disgusting. That's disgusting. It was so obvious that she did not want to kiss you. Read the room, Jacob. I am so disappointed in you. I'm ashamed of you. You have let the werewolves down. You've let the werewolves down. You've let humanity down. I hate you, Jacob. Anyway, I'm like getting really aggressive, like up to my laptop that I'm filming this on. Like I'm looking at his picture and I'm like ready to fight. I got my hands up in the air. Anyway, he keeps trying to get Bella to admit she loves him when she has repeatedly said that she doesn't feel that way about him. We kind of just talked about this, but I did want to elaborate a little bit because time after time she's like, Jacob, I don't like you. Like, I am literally in a relationship with Edward. I am literally going to become a vampire because I love Edward so much. What's not clicking? What's not clicking? Jacob is so stupid, and I hate him. I hate him. Like, I am getting so heated just talking about him. I hate him. Also, excuse me, I just burped. Jacob says to Bella when he realizes that Bella still wants to become a vampire because at the end of the day, it's her choice. It's her life that she's going to live out. He has nothing to do with it. He's like a 16-year-old puny little whiny brat, and Bella is 18. She's an adult, and this is so stupid. But he says, better you really be dead than one of them. Oh my God. That's like abuse. That's disgusting. Literally my next point. Huh? Huh? What? What? And the way that Bella stays friends with him after that? God, I hate Jacob. I hate him. What made him think, oh, I should say this to the girl I'm in love with? She'll definitely want to date me now. No. Anyway, he'll be getting a negative 1 million out of 10. Is that the right? Yeah, I think that's the right amount of zeros. If I'm wrong, mind your business. Carlisle and Esme Cullen. We're starting to get into the Cullen family, which is something I really wanted to elaborate in this film, because in New Moon, none of the Cullens, besides really like Alice and of course Edward, were very present in the storyline, but they definitely had a bigger part in Eclipse, and I love the Cullens, so this definitely plays into why this is my favorite movie in the franchise. So Carlisle and Esme Cullen, these two don't really add much to the story, but I still love them. At the end of the day, we know that I'm in love with Carlisle, right? So that's totally fine. Both Carlisle and Esme are sweet and caring to those who they really didn't have to be. Sorry, it took me a second to figure out what I was trying to say. Okay, anyway, they're really sweet to people that they don't need to be. Like the way that, like at the end of the film, when Bree Tanner, who, you know, is the like little girl who like joins Riley's army, right? They take her in, or at least they were planning to, whatever. Even though she was literally just fighting against them. Like, she was made to fight against them, and they still were ready to take her in. And when frickin' Jacob breaks all of his ribs, Carlisle still goes and helps him. Even though they're sworn enemies, and all of the frickin' werewolves hate him, he still goes out here and saves them. He goes out here and he heals Mr. Jacob. Because he's what? Sickening. And I love it. In a good way. Sickening in a good way. Also, let's not forget that Carlisle is a hunk and a half. My mom used this phrase the other day to describe George of the Jungle. She said that George of the Jungle is a hunk and a half, and I agree with her on that statement, but I also feel like that could be used in this situation. Carlisle is a hunk and a half. 1.5 hunk. Yes. Anyway, 8 out of 10. I love them. I respect them. I stan them, but they're just not, like, they don't play a major part in this story, but that's okay, because everything that they do play, I live for. Carlisle, I'll send you my number. Anyway, Emmett Cullen. Do I even need to explain this one? We all know that I am Emmett's biggest fan. I love him. All he does is vibe. He's our himbo king. He just vibes and boogies, and that's really why we're all here, right? That's why I'm here. I love him. He's so supportive. He's a king. He's respectful. He's hunky. He's beefy. I love him. I love him. So, of course, 10 out of 10. Nothing else, really. He'll always be getting a 10 out of 10 because I love him. Anyway, Rosalie Hale. Ooh, don't even get me started on this queen. Literally the most powerful woman to grace this earth. She looks absolutely amazing. She came out here and she said, yeah, Kristen, I get it. You're the lead role, but I'm actually going to be the one that steals the show. Sorry, I called dibs. I am America's sweetheart. I love her. I love her. I love her. She's probably my favorite character in the whole franchise, especially in this movie. Eclipse, Rosalie is Rosalie at her peak. This is Rosalie at her best. And I'm so happy that she got the spotlight that she deserved in this movie. You know, we got to see Rosalie's background, and it is so depressing, but the way that she came out of that bad situation and made herself the queen that she is today, Miss Girl, oh I wish I had half the power she does. I love Rosalie. I want to be Rosalie. Rosalie is who I think I am, but I'm actually a slug. I don't know. She says that she was a little bit theatrical back then, and we live for it. We live for it. Rosalie could ruin my life, and when I come back to haunt her, I would say, Miss Rosalie, thank you so much. That was the best thing you could have done for me. Thank you for breaking my neck. Thank you for putting your soccer cleats on my neck. Thank you for slapping me in the face so hard I leave this dimension. I love her. Miss Ma'am literally just wanted to have a family with Emmett. That's all she freaking wanted. She just wanted to grow old and have a family with the love of her life, sit on their porch in their rocking chairs, and watch their grandkids play in the grass. Like that. Oh, ma'am. The way that she doesn't get this is just heartbreaking to me. I want Rosalie to have everything she wants, and it's heartbreaking to me that she doesn't get it. Anyway, I also want to kind of shine light on Rosalie's wig. On the left, we'll see a picture of Rosalie in New Moon with that atrocious wig. She looks like a Barbie that I've had since 2003 with that ratty hair. Girl, you need a hairbrush. You need a hairbrush. And compared to the photo on the right, which is her in Eclipse, I wish my hair looked like this. This is what I think I look like, but I look like frickin' Cynthia from Rugrats. And I wish I look like Rosalie here. She's so gorgeous, and I love her. I believe in Rosalie supremacy. I also just wanted to talk about other really cute hairstyles that she has in this film. Obviously this one that we have already seen on this slide looks amazing. We got the over-the-shoulder look, the small little waves, the glamour of it all. We also see this one when they're training to defeat the vampire army, when she has it in this little French braid with the strands hanging out. Miss Girl said, yes, I pull up to the function every single time looking like I run the place, and she does. This is, of course, her in the flashback when we get to see her backstory, and her hair still looks stunning. She still looks gorgeous. Ugh, I love her. Anyway, Rosalie will be getting a... Oh, I forgot to talk about this. Look at this moment. The power that this holds. We're going to go into... We're going to deep dive into this a little bit later, but I just wanted to bring this to everybody's attention that she is the most powerful being. She comes out here every single time running the world. So yeah, Rosalie will be getting... Oh, wait. Oh, this time I didn't use the right amount of zeros. 100 million, right? Out of 10. Whatever. I was going to say 1 million, but honestly, I don't even care. She deserves 100 million, and I live for that. Okay, anyway. Alice Cullen. I made a typo. I said absolutely in every way, just like always, but I meant to say absolutely stunning in every way, just like always, because she is. She's gorgeous. She's amazing. We know how I feel about Alice at this point. She'll always be getting a high score. I support Alice so much. I love her. She saves the day by knowing when Victoria and Riley will come with their newborn army, and I love that for her. However, I think they really did her dirty in this movie because they gave her ugly hair. That looks like a helmet. She's ready to go ride a bike and ride that bike safely. She's got a helmet on her head. She said, "Oh, you have a motorcycle? That's our only way of transportation? Don't worry, I got it covered. I already have a helmet on my head." Anyway, she's very affectionate with Jasper, which is cool and all, but she can do so much better. We might recall that I don't like Jasper. He gives me the heebie-jeebies, and Alice could do so much better. This is one of my least favorite parts of this entire franchise, is that Alice, my queen, my savior, my superhero, ends up with Jasper, who scares me and gives me nightmares. Overall rating 10 out of 10, but we knew this. We saw this coming. She'll always be getting high scores. She's beautiful, and I love her, and I noticed while watching this movie, while I was researching it, because I always watch the movies before I make the PowerPoints, because I'm a dedicated scholar. Yes, it's true. If I ever got a nose job, I would get Alice's nose. She looks stunning in every way, and I love her. Anyway, now moving on to Jasper freaking Hale. Mess Central. Do I even need to elaborate? Like he's just messy. He scares me, and I don't freaking like him. He also, okay, this, I was trying not to give this away in my previous PowerPoints about why I dislike Jasper so much, but it's because he's literally a Confederate soldier. Girl. Miss Stephanie Meyer, when she wrote these books, when she helped make these movies, she said, yeah, you know what would be a really good idea for one of my characters that wouldn't be problematic and wouldn't receive any backlash whatsoever? Is if I make one of the good guys a Confederate soldier. Yeah, that would be a really good idea. Oh my god, Stephanie, you're a genius. Huh? The story, they could have given him the exact same backstory and made him a Union soldier. The exact same story. Why did she need to do this? Why? Stephanie, you need to sit down and have a talk with yourself about that decision. You need to think about the pros and cons of that one, baby. Honestly, I don't even think it's necessary to give any other points about this. I feel like that's enough for me to explain why I hate him so much, but, you know, he's absolutely terrifying as well. I think that Jasper is creepy. Like, I know so many people that think that Jasper is so attractive and they're just like in love with him. I literally got in a heated debate with somebody about like whether or not Jasper was good boyfriend material literally yesterday at the time that I'm filming this. But he's so scary. Look at him. Why is he making that face? He looks like he went doo-doo in his pants. Also, while I was looking up pictures for this, I found this picture on the web, on the internet. I love Jasper Smirk. That's scary. He looks like freaking Pennywise in that picture. They covered up his eyeballs, and at that point, I was like, I can't tell if this is a vampire or a scary clown that goes and kills children. I can't tell. Anyway, for that reason, he will be getting a no negative number imaginable could give this man a rating he deserves. I hate Jasper. I wish he wasn't a part of this story. Like, I just don't like him at all. I can't use my big boy brain and think of a negative number that would even describe how terrible I think Jasper is. So yeah. Also, this is what I was talking about. Look at her nose. Like, a girly, you said side profile, and Jasper said, I am scary. Why is he making that face? Why does he look like that? How does he make his mouth look like that? Like, I'm genuinely confused how he did that. I don't get it. Okay, Jasper fully could have played Pennywise. He fully could have. And he would have won an Oscar for it or something. Because he looks like Pennywise. He looks like the clown Pennywise. Anyway. Now we're moving on to Victoria, our main antagonist in this film. I have some problems with this because I really do like Bryce Dallas Howard. I think she's a great actress, but honestly, this recast just doesn't do this character any justice. I feel like, they made Victoria, a big part of the first two films and the first two books, but they don't really give her anything in this one. Her character is so one-dimensional, and it's just really, really sad to me. Also, I think, girl, if you're going to recast, the main antagonist for this film, after having a perfect selection for the first two films, at least give her better hair. Look at this comparison. Huh? Give her better hair. Our first Victoria looks amazing. She looks like the wild child girl, the free spirit that she is. Why does Victoria look like that? She looks like she's an American girl from the 1800s. That's what she looks like. American Girl, like the dolls. She looks like one. Anyway, overall rating, 3 out of 10. whatever. Like, they just didn't do her any justice in this movie. They could have given her a better storyline, and it just, like, they didn't give us anything, and it's really upsetting. Also, the same thing with Riley. He's not very exciting. We don't really get to know him other than, like, yeah, he's been missing. And Victoria has tricked him into thinking that she's in love with him. Like, that's it. That's it. Like, we don't get any character arc. It's really sad. His story could have been so much better. However, a method actor. Look at this picture. Oh, method acting. That's what we call in the biz. In showbiz. Anyway, overall rating 5 out of 10, I guess. Just because, like, he really did all of the dirty work for Victoria, but at the end of the day, like, we don't know anything about him, and it's really sad. Like, I hate to say it, but in most franchises, I tend to like the villains because I think they have a more interesting backstory than the protagonist. But not here. Not Riley. Couldn't be me. Anyway, now we're going to move on to my favorite part of the entire PowerPoint. Interesting points. Fair warning, I am about to go off. All right, let's get started. Bella is a big meanie. I kind of touched on this earlier, but she is so rude to Alice when they all sit down at the beginning of the film and have a cute little kiki in the cafeteria. You might recall Alice saying that she's going to throw a graduation party, and Bella's like, yeah, Alice, like the last party you threw went so great. Because you might recall that that's when she got the paper cut in New Moon, and Jasper lunged at her, and then that was Edward's deciding factor that he should move to Italy. Huh? She did not have to be that mean, especially not to Alice. Alice did not deserve that. She's just trying to be the cheerful, amazing, quirky queen that she is, and Bella's coming out here and being so rude about it for no reason. I hate that. Let me take a breather for 1 second. I hate Jacob. Jacob is the worst character of all time. Literally in any form of pop culture, Jacob is the worst. Going back to this point, better you really be dead than one of them. He said that to Bella straight to her face and just assumes she's just going to want to stay friends with him, which she does, and that's on Bella. But still, Jacob, what gave you the right to say that? The fact that there is anybody out in this universe that is Team Jacob is just repulsive to me. Girlies, I beg you not to be Team Jacob. I beg you. Anyway, let's go over this point really quick, where he says, you don't have to change for me, Bella, or say goodbye to anybody. Did you not get from the previous conversation that Bella doesn't want to be with you? Let it go. Like, why can't you take rejection to save your freaking life? This is so ugly to me. Let her go. You're like gripping onto her. I hate this. I hate Jacob. This, of course, leads to him kissing Bella without her consent. He should have read the room and realized that Bella did not want to be kissed. She was literally upset with him. And then he just goes right out and kisses her. Read the room, sir. There's something called body language, and you need to learn about it. Because she did not want to kiss you. She was pissed. And he still went out here and kissed her, and I think that's disgusting. Like, what did he think would come of this? I hate him. Of course, then this leads to my favorite part of the whole film, where Bella punches Jacob in the face. Of course, she does end up breaking her hand, but I think it was worth it. I think it was a power move for Bella. I think it should have showed Jacob that Bella wasn't interested, but here he is again, not taking no for an answer, not respecting Bella and her choices, trying to make every decision for her, and I hate that. Of course, the punch does lead to this. Oh my god, I forgot I put this in here. Look at her face. This is so funny. Kristen Stewart showed up to set that day and she said, yes, everybody, I'm going to cause myself pain. I chose violence. She woke up that day and she chose violence. And I live for it. Anyway, this of course leads to this scene where it looks like Edward and Jacob are having a moment. Bella and Charlie need to excuse themselves. They are third and fourth wheeling on Edward and Jacob because they are about to kiss right now. I believe that there was some tension this day. They're standing so close they can feel each other's warm breath on the cheek. I love it. Anyway, then of course he tells Charlie that he kissed Bella and she broke her hand, punching him in the face, yada yada yada, disgusting, disgusting, disgusting. But I do think this scene is pretty iconic. I hate to say it, but when I was a kid and I was Team Jacob before I had taste, I remember being like, ooh, because his jaw just sliced her. Just cut her with that sharp jaw line. Anyway, not anymore though. I'm flavorful now. Jacob is also very condescending. This picture is from the scene where they're at Alice's graduation party and they all meet up to talk about how they're going to keep Bella safe when the newborn army comes. And Bella is saying, like, no, don't get the wolves involved. Like, I don't want them to be in danger. All for me. Like, it's not that important. Like, I promise you. Like, I don't want to put them at risk. And then he's like, I didn't ask for your permission, Bella. Huh? You also didn't ask for her permission when you went and kissed her out of the blue. Disgusting. And then he's like, Bella, isn't this what you wanted all along? For us to get along? We're working together. Ew. Ew. I hate it. He's so condescending. He's so rude to Bella. And everything that involves Jacob in this movie makes me want to throw up. We're moving on. Let's talk about Rosalie. My queen, my angel, my superhero. Look at how beautiful she looks. She deserved so much better than what they gave her. This, genuinely upsets me to my core that Rosalie did not get the backstory that she deserved. I wanted her to live a wonderful, happy life, and she was done so dirty with this. It's so sad. Let's look at this moment. The power move. When she comes back, when Carlisle saves her and she becomes a vampire, and she goes out and she kills every single one of those men that attacked her, ending with, of course, her soon-to-be husband, her fiancé. Look at this picture. Look at what Miss Rosalie did to this white man. Her impact on him. It's amazing. It's stunning. He's crying. He's afraid of her. And for a good reason. Rosalie's amazing. And I love her. Anyway. Yeah. Rosalie, I love you. I'm your biggest fan. If you want to hang out one day, I'm free for every day for the foreseeable future. I'd drop anything for you. Please hang out with me. Moving on to this scene. I really love this scene. This is the scene where they're all meeting in the woods with the werewolves to practice fighting newborn vampires. And of course, this is where Jasper kind of takes the lead, and he kind of shows everybody exactly how to properly fight newborns because he's experienced with them. So yeah, I want to talk about this. Where Edward and Carlisle are practicing fighting against each other. Now, if you haven't already picked up on this, I think that both Edward and Carlisle are very sexy. Very attractive to me. Very gorgeous, very delicious, very tasty. So this is something I kind of lived for. Look at this. Sorry it's blurry. This is literally the only gif I could find. He threw him into the floor. Freaking WWE SmackDown. And I live for it. Also, this scene where Jasper and Alice are fighting against each other, it's so cute. It's like, oh my god, they're in love. Even though Alice could do so much better. Look at her. Oh, cute. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. This is really where I like Jasper the most, and probably the whole franchise, is this moment right here. Because it's like, okay, if Alice likes him, fine. I'll give him a tiny, tiny sliver of a chance. But then he ruins it by talking about how he's a Confederate soldier. So, yeah. Oh, next point. Jasper's literally a Confederate soldier. Yeah, like, this is disgraceful. This is disgusting. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I feel like I don't even need to explain this. It's just disgusting. However, there is a scene that really sticks out to me, and it is when he's talking about his battle scars. The reason why I say it like that is because that's how Jasper says it. He talks out of the side of his mouth. He's like smirking and talking out of the side of his mouth and says, battle scars. Battle scars. Battle scars. I hate it, but it's so funny to me. Battle scars. Me and my sisters say this all the time. I literally was working on this PowerPoint, sitting in my living room going, battle scars. Battle scars. Battle scars. Yep. This is, of course, what he's talking about. His battle scars from fighting in the newborn army that he helped create with Maria in his backstory where he's a Confederate soldier. Ew. I also want to talk about this scene that also takes place during the practice fight scene, where Bella is standing next to Jacob in his wolf form, and she's petting his head. Now, I don't know if you all know about how this was filmed, but the wolves are CGI. And so somebody has to stand there and stand in as the wolf so that they can edit it back later. And of course they made Taylor Lautner do it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Sorry, we have to go back. Look at that. That's so funny. That is so funny. Look at his face. He's just letting it happen. He said, this is really what my life has come to. This is what I signed up for. This is what I signed a contract for. He looks dead inside. And I relate to it. I feel it. Me too. Me too, Taylor Lautner. Me too, Taylor Daniel Lautner. Riley and Victoria. You know, going back to my previous statements on both Riley and Victoria, I think that this final scene where they're fighting is so abrupt because it's like they don't make a deal about either of them dying. Like Victoria, Miss Girl, she is the villain for 3 movies at this point. And it's like she dies and it's like, okay, cool. Guess that's over. Everything's cool now. Victoria's dead, whatever. You know, the girl who's been giving us problems for years. Yep, she's out of the picture. We can all go eat some french fries together. I don't know. Terrible, terrible. However, this scene does lead to this iconic photo. They're hugging. Aww. I love it. She's brushing through his hair. They're looking for fleas. That's what I think is going on. Yep. Bree Tanner. Now, Bree Tanner is the girl that was afraid in the newborn army. She is scared to be a vampire, and the Cullens want to take her in at the end of the movie. However, the Volturi kills her, which is interesting to me. I don't get why she needed to be a part of this story. She's literally in 2 scenes. She says 5 lines, maybe 5 lines, and I'm being generous with that. But yet she still gets her own novella, The Short Second Life of Bree Tanner. I have not read this book because I don't really feel like it's necessary because I can't think of a storyline they could have given her. But I will read it eventually just because I want to see what it's all about. I want to see the hype. But it's like she was in 2 scenes and then she ends up dying at the end. Like, what? Anyway, I also want to talk about in the end scene where one of the last vampires in the newborn army come and crack Jacob's ribs. This is so funny to me. Look at him. He's yelling. He's yelling. I live for it. I also think it's funny that the only GIF I could find was in black and white. That just makes it all the more funny to me. I love it. I live for it. This is my favorite. This plays in my mind when I'm at my most relaxed state, is this exact thing right here. Okay. Now moving on to the overall rating for this film. Eclipse, of course, will be getting a 10 out of 10 because it is, my favorite film in the franchise, and it's also going to be getting a bonus point for that exact reason. Eclipse is Twilight at its peak. I love Eclipse. I love Eclipse. I love Rosalie in Eclipse. Yeah, I just think that this is the most entertaining one. This is the one I make my family watch the most. I love Eclipse. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Also, for some extra content, if you guys want, which actually I am gonna force you guys to do, is watch the Twilight bad lip reading for Eclipse. It's called Twilight 3 Bad Lip Reading of the Twilight Saga Eclipse. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen. This is the greatest thing to come from the Twilight franchise as a whole. And of course, it's for Eclipse, the best movie. It's amazing. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen. I've watched this I've watched this video so many times, but it never fails to make me laugh. It's funny. Go watch it. Anyway, also, this is not for everybody, so if you're not a hater, mind your business, click out of the video, whatever, do your own thing, go get some juice, go drive through McDonald's, get some french fries, whatever. But for Kelly and the other haters, yeah, I don't have a crush on Jacob. It's the exact opposite of a crush. I think he's the devil. I think he's a demon. I think Jacob is the most disgusting being. I hate him. 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 I took the time out of my day to edit this picture because he doesn't deserve to have a regular picture of himself. He needs to be dressed up as the devil for what he is every single time we see him. I hate Jacob. Like a strong and burning and fiery passion. I hate Jacob. He's disgusting. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. How many times do I have to say it, Kelly? He's disgusting. He's a parasite to this earth. He's a parasite. He deserved that punch in the face. He deserved... Oh my god, wait, that's really mean. I was gonna say he deserved getting his ribs cracked, but that's kind of aggressive. But I'm not taking it back. So yeah, I hate him. Think a little, Kelly. Think a little bit, at least. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. He's the worst. Anyway, yeah, thank you guys for watching this. I hope you had fun. I know I did. Stay tuned for Breaking Dawn Part 1. This next one is going to be aggressive, and I'm worried for it. I have a lot to say about this movie, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed the movie Eclipse because it's honestly one of my favorite movies of all time. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and leave a comment. But I won't take any Eclipse slander, and I won't take any Rosalie slander, or Alice slander, or Edward slander in this movie, or... Yeah, I won't take Eclipse slander. So only leave a question, comment, or concern if it's a positive one. Bye!